All right, today, you see my title here, so I'm gonna need y'all to buckle up, Yashar'el.
All right.
Put them seatbelts on. We're gonna take a journey.
Okay.
So, are you ready if Yahusha came today? That's a serious question we all must ask ourselves. If he descend from the skies right now, are you ready? If it's yes, well done. Continue to do what you're doing. If the answer is no to that question, I don't know, you might want to get serious about obeying these laws, statutes, and commandments. All right. So today we're going to be coming from Genesis 1 verse 1. I'm going to read it, but I want y'all to read it to yourself because I got a question I'm going to ask you about this. So in the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth. Do y'all see the hidden message in this scripture?
The heavens? I do. Could it be more than one? With the heavens?
He created everything. The heaven and earth.
It's a hidden message in this scripture, embedded in this scripture. Now I give you a second. In the beginning, Elohim created the heavens and the earth.
Like heaven came first, and he created heaven first.
All right, we're gonna continue. Most times, no, it's okay. No, you won't see it anyway, and it's a reason why you're not able to see it right now. So we're gonna take a scenic route, but it's a hidden message right here within the scripture.
Why is heaven plural?
Well, it's multiple heavens, but that's not where I'm getting at today. So we're finna take a scenic route right now, because I need for you to understand everything leading up to be able to see this message. Okay. Again, it's the reason why you can't see it right now. All right, so let's take a look at Isaiah 46:9, verse 10. It reads, "Remember the former things of old, for I am El, and there is none else. I am Elohim, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning. And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures." So, declaring the end from the beginning. So what is the beginning for us? Back to Genesis 1:1. So he declared the end from the beginning, and it's right here. Second Peter, we need to establish some things here. 2 Peter 3:8 reads, "But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with Yahuwah as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day." So now we're establishing some time. So we got declaring the end from the beginning, and now 2 Peter give us a time clock of how to calculate things. Everybody still with me? Now we need to take a look at Ecclesiastes 1:1. This is very important. On the left, it's the entire verse. It's only in the King James Version. Sefer don't have the entire verse. So this is the King James Version. And I magnified it and underlined what I want you to focus on, which is very pertinent to this study. It reads, "For the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them. And not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language." That is very important. Obviously, when you change something from its original language, things is lost, things is added, things is taken away. One word can change the meaning of the whole verse.
Absolutely.
And I'm finna show you evidence of that right now. That's why you guys couldn't see this hidden message here. On the left is English. On the right is modern Hebrew. This is not ancient Hebrew. This is modern Hebrew. We are in a digital age, so unless you got the handwritten text, we got to settle for the modern Hebrew. But so the first thing I want you to do is this. Count the words in English for me. How many words you have in English over there? 10 words in English. Now I want you to tell me how many words you have in the Hebrew. Start from the top right and read left. 7. 10 in English, 7 in Hebrew. So there's a reason you couldn't see this hidden message in this scripture just now. Okay. So let's go back to what we established first of all. 2 Peter 3:8 tells us that one day is 1,000 years, correct? For this message, one word equals one day. So it equals 1,000 years. One word equals one day, which is going to be 1,000 years. So how many words did you count?
10.
No, in Hebrew. We want the Hebrew. 7. So how many days and years that would be? 7 days, 7,000 years. Okay. So we need to establish that. So now I underline some words in the Hebrew portion for you. All right. So everybody count to the first underlined word I have. 4. Yep, exactly right. Who know what that symbol is?
It's in the secret. That's oh man, it's in the.
Anybody know what the symbol is I got underlined?
Is it the ox of the?
Huh?
The crown of the.
We just sung it. We just.
Olive in the tall.
Exactly.
But I didn't want to say that. I'm like, because I thought,
That's-
it was.
That's right.
Like I say, this is modern Hebrew. This is modern Hebrew, not the ancient Hebrew, but that's the olive and the tav in the modern Hebrew. Okay? And we're establishing that it's the fourth word, which indicate what day
4 days.
and how many years.
4,000.
Okay. Now let's take a look at, since it said he declared the ending from the beginning, we established this fourth word. It's the fourth day. Let's look and see what happens on the fourth day in the creation. Genesis 1:14 through 19 reads, And Elohim said, Let there be lights in the expanse of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for appointed feasts and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And Elohim made 2 great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And Elohim set them in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth and to rule over the day and over the night and to divide the light from the darkness. And Elohim said that it was good, and it was the evening and the morning were the fourth day.
Okay.
So it tells us he made the greater light, the sun, the sun, the sun,
Okay.
and the lesser light, the moon. Okay? Kind of keep that in your mind when I just put an emphasis on it. So fourth day, he made the lights, the sun. All right. Let's take a look at Psalms 33:6. By the word of Yahuwah were the heavens made, and all the hosts of them by the breath of his mouth. So he said by the word, and the first right here, Elohim said. So he spoke all this into existence. Okay, so now let's look at this word. Let's learn a little bit about the word.
What's the words?
John 1:1 through 3, not 1 John. John 1:1 through 3. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Elohim. And Elohim was the Word. The same was in the beginning with the Elohim. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. When you start to look at this passage, it almost seemed like somebody that was there. At least in spirit, not physically. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Elohim. Elohim was the Word. The same was in the beginning with the Elohim.
Well, I'm going to say there was spiritually, they were. It's something that never, from me reading other scriptures, I see that there were angels way with him at the beginning, like before he started creating. From my knowledge and my understanding from other scriptures.
Okay.
When it talks about the four creatures and the elders and all that stuff, they never set foot down here, from my understanding.
Okay, let's go. We'll continue. Take a look at John 1:14 through 16. And the Word was made flesh and tabernacle among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the Yaqid, the Son of the Father, which that means, full of grace and truth. Euchanan of John bore witness of him and cried, saying, this was he of whom I spoke. He that comes after me is preferred before me, for he was before me, and of his fullness have all we receive, and grace for grace. So we see this Word became flesh, and it's Mashiach. Okay. Now remember again, like I said, we establishing some things, and we seen what happened on the fourth day, right? What was created?
The suns and the moon, or the lights.
And then we seen the Word seems like it was the Mashiach with them, right? John 8:12. Then spoke Yahusha again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that follows me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. What's the purpose of the sun? Give light. It says it right in the verse that he made the sun to light up.
So that four words instead of S-U-N,
S-O-N. That's what it is, S-O-N. And the way D said it, he said son, he said it, so I wouldn't pay no attention to that.
Bro, I don't mean to cut you off, but it speaks of that also in Revelation when he say, he didn't need light because the Father and the Son is the light. And they shine over it all.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes perfect good sense.
We're going to go a little deeper though too. We're going to go a little deeper.
Okay, let's go, brother. You good?
Matthew 5:14. This is the Mashiach speaking to his disciples. He said, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. So on the fourth day, he created the greater lights and the lesser light. We understand the greater lights is the Mashiach. Who would the lesser light be? His people. The lesser light. The moon represents his people, the lesser light.
Okay, I got you.
Another one here, Isaiah 42:6. I, Yahuwah, have called you in righteousness and will hold your hand and will keep you and give you for a covenant of the people, for a light of the other nations. So we see his people here again acting as the lesser light. The earlier verse when we spoke to about the Mashiach, he said if you follow him, that light, just like the sun, goes on to these lesser light. The moon get its light from the sun. Just like his people get their light from him.
Gotcha.
Praise Yah.
Yeah.
You read that word, you guard it. That's right.
Yeah.
You study his word.
And you reveal a lot.
It's like,
All right, so let's take a step back now. We established some things. So we see the Aleph Tav is in the fourth word. We see what was created on the fourth day. And to verify this, we know that from the beginning of creation, Adam, to Abraham, is roughly how many years? 2,000. From Abraham to the Mashiach, it's roughly how many years? 2,000.
Okay.
So what you come up with? How many thousand years that is? 4,000 years. Genesis 1 prophesied the Messiah coming, first coming. It's in this fourth word. We've seen what happened on the fourth day. The Messiah walked this earth 4,000 years after it was created. It prophesied that. It told us the ending from the beginning.
Right.
Praise Yah. Praise Yah.
that's good.
Praise Yah.
That's good. You're right.
But we're not done. We're going to go a little further right now. We established that it was, okay, so we got the fourth word. And we see it prophesied it exactly, right? But we see it's 7 total words. And what's the other, where's the next underlined word?
It's 6 words.
6 words.
Yeah.
So we know Messiah, so we know that Yahuwah worked for 6 days when he created this place and rested on the 7th. So that tells us, based on the date and the 1,000 years from 2 Peter, that we have a 6,000. This world has 6,000 years, based on expiration, that it's going to last. The 1,000 years that's in rest is the rule of the Mashiach. That's going to be the righteous rule, so the Father don't need to work. That's going to be his rest day.
Wow.
And it's being prophesied right here. So now we got the Aleph Tav in the sixth word.
Right.
Let's go right here. Now we're going to look at some math. This is, you can do a simple Google search here. Just how many years from Adam to the Mashiach, and it tells us in the highlighted portion, the blue part, that from the Adam to the Mashiach was 3,974 years, 6 months, and 10 days. We said roughly 4,000, roughly, but they broke it down a little bit more direct in terms of.
And then too, that could be off, but
Well, we can check the math, but we're gonna do a little something.
I don't believe none of it. Then nobody saying no more.
I got you. But let's look at the right side now.
Okay.
It basically says the same thing, that from Adam to the Mashiach is 3,974 years. It says that in 1801 that this world was 5,775 years old. On the right side, where I did a little writing.
Okay. 18. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's what you're saying.
So again, Adam to the Mashiach 3974. They said 1801 the world was 5,775 years old. So now we do some simple math. From 1801 to 2024 is 223 years. And we add 223 to 5775, we come up with 5,998 years old in 2024, based on their math of what they give us. And the earth, this world in 2024 was 5,998 years old.
They say we only got a 6,000 expiration date.
And we can do the math to make sure it's right. We can say that 3,974 years from Adam to the Mashiach. And we can say that the Mashiach was born in 0. So we got 3,974 years from the creation to the earth till the year 0. From the year 0 to 2000 is 2,000 more years, right? So that'll give us 5,974 years. So from 2000. From 2000 to 2024 is 24 more years, right? Add 24 to 5,974, you get what? 5,998. All right, so now to speak of that, we've seen the Aleph Tav in the 6th word. We've seen the possibly the year of this earth, world. And now I would ask you this. Since we've seen the Aleph Tav in the 6th word, what did we just get in the sky in 2024?
We got the solar eclipse in 2024.
Yeah.
So that was all in time. That was his signature. That's his sign telling us that the covenant is here, exile is here. Time is up. Get right.
6th word. Based on the math, you coming into the 6th day.
That's right.
And you got the Aleph Tav. So it's Genesis 1:1 continue to prophesize and accurately.
Gotcha.
The ending from the beginning. But I want to kind of show you something about the 2 years as well. If we say it's 5,998, we got the Aleph Tav this year. That'll mean around 2026, right? 2 more years. All right. Before we get that, we'll look at this video, this old Bible, which y'all seen before. We just look at again, basically the same thing what we just talked about. Just in a.
This Bible from 1813 has something very interesting. It is a facts page that contains a list of people and events in chronological order. It says, whereupon we reckon that from Adam unto Christ are 3,947 years, 6 months and 10 days. And from the birth of Christ to this present year is 1814 years. Then the whole sum and number of years, from the beginning of the world unto this present year is 5,788, 6 months, and the set of 10 days. In the year 1814 the world really was 5,788 years old. This year, 2022, the earth would be approximately 5,998 years old.
Like I say, his math was a little, huh?
Yeah, according to that, we out.
Well, no, his math was a little off. 2022 wasn't right. It was supposed to be 2024. It was just basically the same thing what I just told you. I just wanted to show you the video of it that he actually had in the Bible, in a Bible he had. All right, so now let's look at why it might be 2 years. The book of Yashar'el. Verse 80, we can read a little bit before to kind of understand what was going on. And basically what was happening is Moshe had came to Pharaoh. Pharaoh's heart had been hardened. I'm going to just read from 53 and go down. And Moshe and Aaron went out from the king's presence. And they saw the children of Yashar'el in an evil condition, for the taskmaster had made their labor exceedingly heavy. And Moshe returned to Yahuwah and said, why have you ill-treated your people? For since I came to speak to Pharaoh what you did send me for, he has exceedingly ill used the children of Yashar'el. So Moses didn't understand. It's like, well, what's going on, Yashar'el? You sent me to free your people, but since I got here, it's gotten worse for them. Verse 55, and Yahuwah said to Moshe, behold, you will see that with an outstretched hand and heavy plagues, Pharaoh will send the children of Yashar'el from his land. And Moshe and Aaron dwelt among their brethren, the children of Yashar'el and Mizraim. And as for the children of Yashar'el, the Mizraim embittered their lives with their heavy work, which they imposed upon them. And now we get into verse 80. And at the end of 2 years, which no, the actual Bible don't tell us that. We had to go into a little bit extra. At the end of 2 years, Yahuwah sent Moshe to Pharaoh to bring forth the children of Yashar'el and to send them out of the land of Mizraim. So it was 2 years. Moses went to Pharaoh and basically was denied. So he just went back and lived with his brother in Mizraim for 2 years until Yahuwah sent them back again. Could that be these 2 years?
Possibly.
Before the hammer started coming down. This is the last. Could that have been the last warning? And they got 2 years before the hammer come down, or possibly the Mashiach's second return. Like I say, the first one it was prophesied in the fourth day of 4,000 years, and now we got it in the 6th. Could this be signaling his second return as well? In 2 years.
Are you sure?
That's heavy stuff. That's deep.
Like you said, that's the question. If Yahusha came back there, are you ready?
Absolutely. So you got to make sure you're ready. No, we don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah, because you're right. Yeah, you
Might not have no more time. Right, that's right. 2 years. He goes there every year.
and that will put you right here.
That's all I have for you today, family.
I'm gonna teach you.
I want to thank you all today for joining Yashar'el Truth Ministry. I pray that this message was edifying. And I pray that you join us again during our next study. Thank you. Shalom.